Good to see you this Friday evening. Thanks for tuning in with us on here to give you the latest information on our FNY News 2 Weather Impact Alert Day. We're all the way until 8 o'clock this evening with this alert due to strong to severe storms possible with high winds and even some hail likely within these storms. We've already seen that first kind of line go through the area, and we're looking at the secondary line starting to bring down some isolated showers and storms right now across the region as well. What I need you to do for the next several hours is stay alert and also make sure you have the WFMY app handy and ready to go. Right now in Greensboro, taking a look at our sky cam, you can see the rain coming down, but well, here in the background, there is the sunshine all behind that storm currently making its way through the area. Mid to upper 60s, a little bit cooler as a result of that rainfall kind of coming through the area. Again, here is the actual cold front itself. This main line pushing well along our coastline for right now, sparking some severe thunderstorm warnings along the coastline in South Carolina near Charleston. Two, in fact, and here in Wilmington, there was just one tornado warning. It has since then expired, and we're also looking at another severe thunderstorm warning toward the coast of North Carolina as well. For here in the Triad, I do want to zoom in just a little bit to show you what we've been working with. We kind of had some scattered showers and even a couple of storms, only a few of which have been severe across the area. Right now we're looking at that secondary line starting to form across the region. And you can see some pockets of higher reflectivity noted here in the oranges and also in the reds. And that's where we're seeing the highest rainfall across the region, mainly just here a little bit south of High Point and also in southern Greensboro. A little bit of cloud to ground lightning as well, but mainly just seeing lots of heavy rainfall with these isolated storms in this secondary line that's now making its way throughout the area. I was tracking a little bit of rotation in some of these cells that were a little bit more toward the northeast, but since then, they've kind of since calmed down as the actual front has slid in and through the area. So our severe level of threat as of right now, tornado watch is going to continue through around 8 o'clock this evening. So we have around an hour and a half left of this tornado watch. But you'll see severe thunderstorm watch has now been put into place for portions of eastern North Carolina and southeastern North Carolina. Our area is still in that tornado watch until 8 o'clock this evening. Kind of want to zoom out to show you how many people are being impacted by this cold front right now across the area here in North Carolina, South Carolina, and even parts of Georgia. Right along the coastline, you can see basically where this cold front right now is lying. Tornado watch also here in the Triad and portions of Virginia and West Virginia, and also there toward Washington. A lot of people being affected right now by this cold front currently making its way throughout the area. Flash flood risk across the region. You know, yesterday we had lots of heavy rainfall in some portions across the Triad, but right now really not seeing that much. We have a very low flash flooding risk, and you'll notice that the majority of it is actually in northernmost counties and here westernmost counties as the system continues to kind of push more moisture to our north and from our west. Rainfall yesterday, again with those showers and storms, some of them got a little bit heavier at times. You could see the kind of difference just in such a little bit of time here between Salisbury up to around 0.08 of an inch, Albemarle almost at 2 inches of rainfall as we started to see more showers kind of form in the same spot and also some storms. Lots of rain was able to fall just in Albemarle versus other places like Lexington here in Davidson County up to around ½ inch, also almost ½ inch in Greensboro and in Winston-Salem, ½ inch also in Siler City, almost 1 inch in Burlington. Now so far today, haven't really seen many totals near that 2 inches in Albemarle from yesterday, but we still have been seeing some pretty decent rainfall across the area. Up to around ¼ inch, just over that now in Greensboro, with more coming down as we speak. 0.33 here in Burlington, 0.14 in Siler City. We really don't need all of this rain as we've already had so much just in the last week, but you know what? We're still in that abnormally dry category according to our latest drought monitor, so we will take again what we can get. Almost an inch here in Lexington just for the day today, almost ¾ inch in Mount Airy. Other places out to our west haven't really seen quite as much, up to around a 1/10 inch, a few hundredths of an inch there in Hickory. Right now in Burlington, still looks a little bit ominous out there, but the sun is trying to come through those clouds right now. We're in the lower 70s with winds out of the west-southwest around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Dew points still a little bit soupy right now in the 60s, but nothing compared to yesterday's 70s. So it was pretty humid for yesterday, and it is going to continue to be humid right now, but As this cold front makes its way through the area, those dew points are going to drop. It's going to be feeling a little bit more comfortable these next couple of days. Right now in High Point, you can see lots and lots of raindrops on the sky cam. Lower 70s, winds pretty calm across the area, but those raindrops are coming down in across the area from that isolated storm. Again, nothing severe for right now, but these storms could be strong and could gain some strength just within the next hour or two. So don't let your guard down just yet. Temperatures right now across the board, upper 60s and lower 70s, 68 in Asheboro, 67 in Greensboro, 69 in Reedsville. Depending on if you're seeing these cooling showers, that'll kind of help you decipher what those temperatures are. We're mainly in the upper 60s, but lower 70s right now across the board. 73 in Lexington, 72 currently in Winston-Salem. Dew points are also in the 60s across the area, but that is going to change as that cold front makes its way through the area, dropping those dew points, and it's going to be feeling a lot drier by the time we step into the weekend. Highest wind gusts that we've seen so far today, with some severe thunderstorm warnings, we're able to get with mixing all the way down to the surface with those high winds within thunderstorms. Sometimes we're able to see gusts up to around 60 miles per hour. However, we have only seen gusts up to around 35 to 40 miles per hour in some of those stronger storms that have kind of been moving through the Triad. 20 miles per hour as the highest wind gusts in Lexington, 26 here in Iredell County over in Statesville, mid to upper 30s, 35 in Greensboro as our highest wind gusts so far. Highest wind gusts that we've seen for current wind gusts across the area were mainly in the 15 to 25 mile per hour range, 31 currently in Boone, with more showers kind of on the way. The good news is, I know a lot of you have been looking forward to the sunshine. We've just been seeing lots and lots of rainfall the last week or two across the region. So I do have good news. Mainly dry conditions are going to be on the way, especially following this system. So the next 12 hours, we're going to go from, seeing those isolated showers and storms to kind of starting to clear out these next couple of hours, with skies starting to clear as well. And with skies clearing without those clouds to re-emit heat back down from the surface, I should say, we're going to be back in the middle 50s, so a little bit cooler. Again, this weather impact alert is going to last all the way through 8 o'clock tonight due to the threat of strong to severe storms, but that main line has passed through the area, and now we're just looking at a couple of isolated pop-up storms that are going to be possible within the next hour or two across the area. So we're still going to be keeping an eye on the radar. Don't let your guard down just yet. Following this system, we are going to begin to dry out across the region. Isolated shower or storm possible for tomorrow afternoon, but it really will be very isolated in nature. I do expect most of us to be mainly dry throughout the afternoon and into the evening due to this upper level disturbance that kind of is bringing in a little bit of moisture. But for the most part, by the time we're into Sunday, sunshine is back, and we're going to be back in the mid to upper 70s. A look at the rapid refresh model. Most of those rain and showers and storms are going to be gone by the time we're at around 8 o'clock for the night tonight, continuing to kind of push toward our east. Waking up tomorrow morning to some more sunshine, but like I said, maybe an isolated shower or two possible by the time we're into early in the afternoon. You can kind of see it on the rapid refresh model. Most of us staying dry, but maybe a spotty shower or storm going to be possible by the time we're into the afternoon and into the evening. Now these storm threats, again, the storm threat is going to last through around 8 o'clock for the night tonight, but the main threats are going to be the damaging wind gusts. We've already seen a 35 mile per hour wind gusts across the area. Some could get even higher, especially if they're in severe storms, hail, and again, the low threat of tornadoes and heavy rainfall in some of these storms as well. This is the severe storm risk right now across the area for Friday. We really don't see a level 3 out of 5, as you can see right here in this orange, very often for our area. What that means is that numerous severe thunderstorms are possible for the region. And this level 2 here in yellow just means that scattered severe thunderstorms are going to be possible. There is an updated risk for this tornado risk that we had earlier on today, and it is at a medium for our area, and we're going to be still keeping an eye to the sky heading into these next couple of hours. But the main risk is going to continue to be the big hail, of course, and also the damaging winds across our area again. So this weather impact alert is all the way until 8 o'clock for the night tonight, with these severe storms bringing in damaging wind and even some possible hail across the area. I want to start here by also showing you a little bit of a live radar right now, where we're still watching these kind of strong storms build into southern Guilford County, just south of Greensboro, also moving in just north of Lexington and Davidson County, pushing into northern Randolph County just within the next 20 minutes or so. This is a very quick moving system in our area. I do want to kind of reiterate that as we continue to watch these showers kind of make their way through the area, just know they're moving very, very quickly, and they can develop and also fizzle out fairly quickly as well. I'm going to step aside so you can take a look at the full 7-day forecast. The next couple of days we are going to start to dry out. We're in the mid to upper 70s by the time we're into the weekend. Isolated shower or storm going to be possible by the time we're into Saturday afternoon and evening. Still mainly dry though. We're drying out on Sunday, mid to upper 70s, lots and lots of sunshine. Next week we are feeling like summertime. Upper 70s for Monday, low to mid 80s on Tuesday, and then upper 80s nearing 90 by the time we're into Thursday of next week.
And Claire just didn't want to do this alone, so I'm Chad Silber. I'm joining her here today, and because I tend to have a lot of questions about the weather, and you and your team are always very helpful with answering these questions for me. The one thing I was wondering, both you and Tim yesterday had talked about how fast this system was going to be moving. Is that a good or a bad thing if a system is moving fast through our area?
That's a great question, and it oftentimes depends on kind of the dynamics of the atmosphere. The good news about it, the pros in that, is that it is a smaller window for severe weather. So, we have some systems that can kind of sit over us and bring in possible severe weather impacts for days, whether it be a tropical system or just a slow moving, stalling system, versus cold front like this one will move in and move out within a couple of hours, and then it's all bish bash said and done. So that's the good news in that. But oftentimes in fast movers you have to like the system we're watching right now, you have to be very tentative, like very focused, because a lot of things can change in just the span of minutes to seconds.
Okay. And you had mentioned about being really in this until 8 o'clock. So would you say that by 8 o'clock or shortly after, we're clear from this?
I would say so, Chad. Honestly, throughout this afternoon, it's kind of seemed like this system has kind of calmed down a bit, and I really think it's partially from our mountains that kind of helped as a shield for our area. We still were able to see some storms, but not quite to the severity that just to our south that Charlotte got, or even now just toward our east, the coastline is getting. I really do think after this secondary line kind of comes through that we're seeing right now in parts of Guilford County, Davidson County, and into northern Randolph County, after that kind of moves through, we're really going to start to dry out and see some much needed sunshine. I know a lot of people have been looking forward to.
Yeah, for sure. One of the graphics you showed was showing a tornado watch area. What is it that the National Weather Service, what kind of ingredients are they looking for when they determine what to put a watch on when it comes to tornadoes?
That's a great question, and it's a very scientific question too. It's hard to break it down.
For us layman's term folks.
I'm gonna try my best. A lot of things with tornadoes, you have to have a lot of instability in the atmosphere for tornadoes, and we really kind of have that with this system kind of already in place ahead of this cold front. And when you have ingredients like I'm just going to say low-level shear or cape, and they're just these terms that mean instability or ingredients that are necessary for favorability for tornadoes to form. That's when you can kind of issue a watch just ahead of time so that people will have the early heads up on, conditions are favorable right now for the environment to have some tornadoes. This is what you need to know. This is the time frame. That's kind of how it happens.
Got it. As you had mentioned too, we have seen so much rain lately. So much rain. I'm wondering, there's no way that we're in a drought, right? How are we doing on rainfall? Do we need more of it still, or are we kind of in the surplus?
And I touched on this just a little bit. We have definitely been getting our fair share of rain for May. We are well above average. I'm pretty sure we've almost doubled the average that we normally get for the whole month of May. But recent months, we have just been abnormally dry. So I think it's finally time that we started to catch up. As for the drought monitor, I think right now we're not in a drought, but we are still technically abnormally dry for where we should be for this time of year. But it's just months and months of playing catch up, from going abnormally dry the last couple of months, not seeing much rain, to May, now getting, over 6 or 7 inches of rain just in the span of 1 month is a lot. So, we'll still take what we can get, but at this point, we have received a lot of rain, and I know a lot of us are still looking for a break and some sunshine.
Now this season, the spring season tends to be pretty active when it comes to storms. Why is it that, why is it that the spring is like the time when we always see storms?
That's great. That's a great question. And you know what? I think the best way I can put it is because the weather is changing so much. You're going from winter with cold air, and you're now introducing warm air, and you can kind of get the dynamics for some more severe weather easier in the spring, which is why we start to see more severe thunderstorms, the most tornadic activity in like the spring months, like April and May, due to the fact that all of these systems are kind of mixing in with an environment that is favorable for it.
So just some tumultuous times, but summer is on the way, isn't it?
It is.
Looking forward to that. Woo. Claire, thank you for giving us all the information we need to know. Thank you for watching at home, and I think we're going to try to do another one of these at 8 o'clock. So we hope to see you then.
See you.